Not quite Benny Hill theme music, but I think it'll do for a wild and wacky finish in Washington. 34-26 the final. Cowboys snapping their losing streak. A much needed win, and Ed Werder is here to break it all down. I mean, could you believe the final few minutes, Ed?
Could not. We've never seen anything like it before. In fact, I talked to coaches from both staffs after the game, and they were just incredulous about what they had seen in those final 6 minutes of the game. They actually used a lot of profanities to describe the excitement and the disbelief at what they just witnessed. In fact, those 38 points in the last 6 minutes is the most of the Super Bowl era, which dates back to 1966. The Cowboys, the first double-digit underdog this year to win a game. This was a game that was 3-3 at the half. It was 10-9 starting the fourth quarter. And the Cowboys, like I said, first double-digit underdog to win. And they were playing without 5 players who count the most on their salary cap, totaling $100 million. You know, Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence. Just an amazing performance by the Cowboys.
Well, it looked like it was a different team on the field, as you mentioned, just based on who was out and who was in. But it looked like a different team on the ground, especially special teams. You saw a miss by Brandon Aubrey, which is unusual. You saw a touchdown return on the kickoff, 2 of them in that fourth quarter. It was a special teams, I guess, a heaven or nightmare, depending upon who you're.
Yeah, I wonder how John Fossil, the special teams coach, will describe it later today at the Star when we get a chance to speak to him. But it's the first game in NFL history with 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown, 2 missed point-after touchdowns, and a blocked field goal. That doesn't even count the blocked punt that the Cowboys suffered. But Kevontae Turpin, what an amazing player. I mean, that's the first time in NFL history that a team has had 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. Kevontae Turpin here, and then Wanye Thomas on the attempted onside kick. This kick is unbelievable. A new dynamic kick in the NFL designed to reduce injuries but bring the kickoff return back to the game. He's got 3 of the 20 fastest times in the NFL this year as a ball carrier.
Well, I'll tell you what, TCU fans watched him do that on the field a lot of times, and it's cool to see him do it at the next level. But it's cool to see him do it in a game as well that you thought, you know what, this Cowboys team lately, really, what are you playing for? They showed no quit yesterday.
Right. And people will complain, fans will complain about the fact that, you know, they're messing up their chance to get the highest possible draft pick by winning these relatively meaningless games, or so they think. You know, but Micah Parsons said after the game, I'm not done yet. I don't plan on tanking. If the higher-ups are looking for a draft pick, I hope that's ruined. And so, yeah, I mean, that's their job as coaches and players, is to win games. I mean, Jerry Jones and the front office secretly hope that they aren't too successful so they can get a high draft pick, assuming there's a coaching staff change after this. But yeah, they're playing hard for Mike McCarthy, and that's what they're supposed to do.
Washington's a good team. You thought coming into this game it was an easy loss for the Cowboys. What did they do differently in this game than we've seen them do in recent weeks?
Well, I thought they effectively ran the ball, at least persistently. They weren't great at it. They still didn't have a 100-yard rusher, 25th consecutive game without a 100-yard rusher. But, you know, Cooper Rush executed the game plan well. He was very efficient. He avoided the big mistakes that had cost him the last 2 weeks. And he's operating behind an offensive line that contains 2 rookies and 3 undrafted free agents, 2 backups in the game. And then the defense, I thought, had played outstanding. I mean, Mike Zimmer's defense has been shorthanded. You see Micah Parsons comes back. He was a presence throughout the game, really as an inside pass rusher. It's the first time he rated with a pass rush win rate as a defensive tackle rather than an edge rusher. So Mike Zimmer coming up with some unique strategy there that helped the Cowboys defensively. I mean, they'd played well the last 2 weeks for a half. But this time they played well for the first 57 minutes. They really hated that they gave up that long touchdown pass, the 86-yard play from Jaden Daniels to Terry McLaurin. That really bothered everybody. Zimmer, Micah Parsons all mentioned it. But ultimately, they did exactly what Mike McCarthy told them in that final meeting at the team hotel the day before the game. He said, look, it's not about who's here, not about who we don't have. It's about who we do have and taking advantage of the opportunities presented to you. That's exactly what they did yesterday.
That's some great insight from what was said at the team hotel. But I guess if you're a fan now and you're watching this game coming up on Thanksgiving and the rest of the season, I'm not sure what you really want to see. Do you want to see them lose some games and improve draft standing? Do you want to see them kind of build on what we saw? I don't know where you go from here.
Well, they're 4-7, probably not going to make the playoffs, but they may have just cost Washington. You know, at the end of the year, if Washington doesn't make the playoffs, they're going to look back at this game as the one that cost them that opportunity. But the Cowboys have 4 straight games coming up now against teams with losing records, including the Giants. You want to talk about a team that's tanking? The Giants just cut their starting quarterback. So And they're playing Tommy DeVito, their number 3 quarterback, and they took a horrible loss at home yesterday. Players criticizing the front office, the locker room's in disarray. I'd be shocked if the Cowboys don't beat them on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, you know,
whether they want to or not.
We've gotten so used to losing lately with this team that I kind of forget how good a Victory Monday feels.
Yeah, I think everybody's feeling good this morning.
Well, and I think we're going to have some callers today later on who are happy. The Cowboys call-in show, it comes your way at 11:30, right after midday. Ed, keep that smile on your face today.
I think we'll have it through Thanksgiving.
All right.